On Saturday 28 September 2013, some members of the World Organization on Human Rights in Iran, by organizing Gathering on Humanity and Peace, demanded the freedom of all political and ideological prisoners in Iran. This human-loving move, which lasted for half a day, was held opposite the Embassy of the Islamic Republic of Iran in Berlin and ended by marching towards the official governmental buildings in Berlin. The members of the World Organization on Human Rights in Iran have pledged their continuous attempt to full freedom of all political, ideological prisoners in Iran. Dr. Omid Kokabi, a postdoctorate in plasma laser and atomic physics from Texas University in America, who has been imprisoned for 13 months in Section 350 of Evin Prison for not cooperating with atomic activity projects in Iran, has been given the Sakharov Human Rights Prize. Last week, Giti Purfazel, Sattar Beheshti's attorney, reported on the latest stage of Sattar's file and indicated that his file was given to the court in order to resolve the differences, but so far nothing has been responded by the court. The Society for Protection of Children, in a letter to the member of the Committee of Guardian, has requested reconsideration in the bill concerning orphan children and youths. In part of this letter, it has indicated that, don't you think that by deep interpretation of the principle of Sharia law on the rights of children, it is the right time that we should see the equality of the rights of adopted children with our own children?
Despite the recent incident in which 3 followers of Yazaran set themselves on fire in response to the forced shaving of one of their fellows' moustaches, there are new reports that similar incidents have occurred again in Iran's prisons. Last week, a 27-year-old man was arrested and taken to prison for 3 days in Karaj, where his moustache was shaved off with the use of force. During this past week, a Sunni prisoner called Hamid Ahmadi, who has been in solitary confinement since the 24th of September in Qais al-Hassar prison, has been tortured with electric shocks, and a fellow prisoner was severely beaten. From the 25th of September, Farsi-speaking Christians and those who have not yet been baptized have been banned from entering the Roman Catholic Church in Tehran, Abraham Church, in accordance with orders from the Iranian security forces. During the past week, Kaveh Vaisi and Mukhtar Rahimi, 2 Sunni clergymen and prisoners of Rajai Shah prison, who have been sentenced to death, were taken to an unknown location at dawn on the 29th of September. A Sunni clergyman named Mamusta Farhad Salimi, along with 6 of his followers, has been held under arrest in the city of Karaj for 4 years, and they are still waiting to be formally charged.
Last week, Fatemeh Nasirpour, a master degree student and a female rights activist, was expelled from university. Her charge was propaganda against the regime in publishing a letter in the Open University of Tabriz on the anniversary of World Women's Day entitled Azerbaijani's Woman. On Sunday 29th September, Mehrdad Farmani and Ehsan Molavifar, 2 web bloggers and university activists from Shiraz University, were arrested. Ali Reza Jannati Yasuj, Workers' Secretary, has announced that 300 municipality workers of the city of Yasuj, which has been working under supervision of several contracting companies, have not received their salaries for several months due to non-payment to the contractor by Yasuj City Council. Following his retrial, the labour activist Shahrukh Zamani was last week sentenced to endure another 6 months imprisonment on charges of propaganda against the regime and creating a socialist group. The representative of Adnis Appliance Factory in Mashhad has announced a 5 months delay to workers' salaries. He claims that in the last 6 months, workers have only received July-August wages and so have since not been paid by the Adnis factory. The remaining 50 workers at the sugar mill and refinery of Ahvaz have not been paid by the factory for over 33 months.
On Wednesday, the 25th of September, 5 men and 1 woman were accused of murder and were executed in the city of Karaj. On Wednesday, the 25th of September at 12 a.m., 8 prisoners, including 3 women, were hanged in the prison of Urumia. The Branch 6 of West Azerbaijan Appellate Court confirmed sentencing Arash Mohammadi, a leftist student activist in Tabriz Central Prison, to 6 months in jail. Ali Reza Hashemi, Secretary General of Iran's Teachers' Organization, was sentenced to 5 years imprisonment. Branch 28 of the Islamic Revolutionary Court charged him with conspiring to commit crimes against national security, along with propaganda against the Islamic Republic of Iran. According to reports, on Friday the 27th of September, 3 prisoners in Urumia prison, Abdullah Qasimzadeh, Baksh Ali Mohammadi, and Sahand Ali Mohammadi, were sentenced to a total of 15 years in prison and fined 400 million Iranian tuman on charges of murder. A civil society activist in Azerbaijan by the name of Ali Kirjev from Kermanshah was sentenced to 5 years imprisonment and prohibited from entering his native area for a further 2 years. On Tuesday, the 1st of October, the Chief Justice of the province of Fars reported the execution of a 45-year-old citizen on charges of drug trafficking. On Wednesday, the 2nd of October, an Iranian human rights lawyer and founding member of the Human Rights Foundation in Iran, Sayyid Mohammad Saifzadeh, was sentenced to 6 years in prison by Branch 54 of the Appeals Court in Tehran. Davood Agha-Mirzai, one of the political activists in Tehran, was arrested in his home 15 days ago. So far, none of his relatives have been able to contact him. There is no information available regarding the reason of his arrest and his charges. Mahmoud Alizadeh Tabatabai, attorney, announced the charges of Fatemeh Hashemi. She has been summoned to the court due to the comments she made about the ministers on the polling day. Khaled Hardani, security prisoner who has been in Section 4, Hall 12 of the Rajai Shah prison for over 13 years, was moved to an undisclosed location on the 29th of September. On Monday the 30th of September, Abdul Wahid Fayazi, a member of the Iranian Parliament's Committee for Education and Research, announced that 150,000 classes in Iranian schools still use kerosene heaters.